Hello, I'm Professor McCoy. Welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. Evening, everybody. Sorry for the slightly late start again. Again, this still getting used to the new schedule. We'll see how it goes as we go forward. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. Hanging out with you guys, sitting back, relax, playing the game. Some we have a little bit more here to do on Aya. Then my plan to do next currently is either head back to the Nexus, or more realistically, I think we should probably just go to Voeld. I'm gonna check my quest log and see, but either way, we're gonna be doing a bunch of we're gonna be tying up a whole lot of loose ends. Basically, it's doing a bunch of either side quests or character side character quests or companion quests or planetary quests. There is a whole series and whole sequence of things to do specifically on Voeld. So that is, of course, to okay, not this one, not the Ephra thing yet. That is to make Voeld somewhat more habitable. I say somewhat because not going to be fully perfectly habitable. We just need to stop the horrifying blizzards that are going at all times. I've said this so many times, but as silly as it is for a scout ship like this to be completely unarmed, I just love the Tempest. It's such a sleek look to it.
The swelling has gone down significantly, and I seem to be able to talk normally again.
Good. Keep me updated, and remember, cool food and liquid only. Nothing spicy.
Thank you, Lexi.
Is there something wrong? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just getting over some inflammation of the soft tissues of the mouth. It was dramatic, but ultimately non-threatening.
What?
Have you ever heard of the Lent test? Back before scanners were portable, Earth scientists would employ this test in the field. They used it to tell rocks from fossils and get a basic idea of their mineral composition.
You licked a rock, didn't you?
I was distracted and forgot it was a Helios rock. I do it unconsciously. When I was little, my father and I would go on expeditions. The lick test was a huge part of it. He made science fun for me. Your mother was something of a scientist, wasn't she?
Oh my gosh, that's cute. Love it.
She specialized in biotics research. Got her start in medicine.
I read all about her research, and your father's. AI and implants. They achieved so much in so little time. Sam is an astounding achievement. I left my parents back home. They told me they were proud of me, and then lived out their lives while I slept.
Man, that's another thing about the whole 600-year cryo journey. That is just bizarre. I won't quite say unnatural like I will with the whole families being separated within cryo, because the intention there is to have everyone come out, and resume their lives. Oh, excuse me. This really is just the equivalent of a one-way journey, regardless of how long it takes. But the fact that it is 600 years later, that a lot of the people here have, if not direct ancestors, very close to direct ancestors. Like Subi I don't know. She may have had siblings, and they may have had descendants out to, 15, 20 generations by this point. Which is just, that's really something. I don't know quite what to make of that, aside from it being it's almost equivalent to time travel, in one sense. In the sense that it has the social and psychological effects of time travel. one-way time travel, of course, which is how most of our time travel is in the real world. Um, it tends to be one way, of course. Man.
If I were them, I'd be proud too. You came here for the sake of science. That takes courage. Some crazy, but mostly courage. I'm sure they knew that.
Thank you, Ryder. I needed that.
Anytime.
It's also a little bit grim to realize that they also had to live through the Reaper invasion very shortly after Suvi left. Greetings, Pathfinder. My name is Rayless. I serve the Angaran Resistance. Some of our scouts have returned with interesting information about a Ket that I'm certain will intrigue you. I await you on Voeld. Please come soon. Okay. I'll be there soon. Can we talk on camera? Caritavesa. Yes. This is part of why I want to go to the Nexus. This sort of thing. The fairly time-sensitive kinds of quests. The things I'm hearing, a garden world, a whole new species. If you can talk on record, you know where to find me. Okay. Ryder, I've been reviewing all the messages you forwarded to the from the Angaran populace. It's encouraging to see that even in these initial phases of contact, we have supporters among them. It's equally clear that we have our work cut out for us in winning over the rest, but I'm confident you're on the right track. I would have been surprised if the Angara hadn't expressed skepticism. First contact is a complicated situation, and if roles were reversed, I'd be suspicious of them if they arrived on our doorstep. Thank you for passing these messages along. They'll provide valuable insight as we navigate these tricky waters. Gallo, hello, Ryder. Quite the rescue. Tempest isn't intended for those kinds of operations, but she's performing splendidly. Not that I encourage you risking your life for stress tests or anything. Still, well done. I spoke with the Moshai when I happened past Medbay. She left an impression, I must say. Patient, but remarkably driven. It's easy to see how she withstood the pressures of torture in that place. Sometimes I wonder what my people could do with a bit more time to be patient. I mean, Solarians live for like 60 years or so. So it's... Which, I mean, isn't that short. It's realistically, it's the human lifespan from a couple hundred years ago. But given that at this stage, a healthy human in the Mass Effect timeline in the 23rd century, no, 22nd century, a healthy human can live to 150. Which I think they actually got off of some estimations of the upper limit of human lifespan, just given DNA degradation. So that is potentially neat. If that is pretty accurate. Gil, work 42 hours straight. Ship's humming. Called it quits to get a little shut eye, but I want to wake here. Figured I'd use the time to practice my poetry. Didn't know I practiced poetry, neither did I. Probably because I don't. But here goes. Helios, are you healing us? Or will we regret ever coming because the Ket are forever bumming our space? Wait a minute. Is it actually good, or is the analytical sphere of my brain fallen asleep? Yes, it has fallen asleep. Gil, keep your day job. You know how I'm out here searching for my true purpose? Yeah, poetry ain't it. Helios, are you healing us? Sheesh, Gil. Yeah, that wasn't great. That was not great. Keep your day job, Gil. Day job. Alright, let's do that.
Why can't you just ask her yourself?
Because.
Because?
Just because.
Fine. Lexi, PB wants to look at Jaw's scans. PB knows I can't divulge patient information.
Useless.
Did you ask Jal? Yay. Okay. Oh, 70%? I'm gonna risk it. It's... Helios research. I don't really need Helios that bad. could use Remnant, I guess. Gotta do all that stuff. Gotta sell. This I can. That'll do. No, I can't do a better Sidewinder just yet. Need a bunch more Milky Way data. Yeah, it ate up my research data because I ran the game without a mod installed properly again, so I'm a little peeved. Upgrade that eventually. We'll make a new one, but not yet. I'm not going to use that. Need the Ishere, gonna need the Dawn. Eventually, like I said, I probably won't upgrade these right now. This is the one that that Jal uses. Or is it that one? Actually, I think it's that one, not this one. Yeah, it's that one. I like this one, but again, it is one of the one of the modded ones. Afraid I'll goof it. Anyway, okay, let's go to the Nexus for now. All right.
At least we managed to save the Moshai.
Yes.
I only wish we could have saved more.
All right. Okay, so. Ooh. Once I do the next quest, the Trail of Hope, it's going to open up a bunch of these other planets, but I'm going to wait on that, like I said, until I at least get the vault on Voeld done. Got a little bit to do going back to Havarl, a little bit to do going back to Eos. But like I said, I'm going to go to the Nexus first. Then to Voeld. Yeah. So, funny thing that I've kind of wanted to talk about. This was in the news late last week. It was right after my previous stream, so I didn't really get to talk about it. Actually, I think the news had come out, but I didn't hear about it until just slightly after, I think. So it didn't come up, and it is an excellent, unbelievably well done bit of trolling by the Florida Republican Party. Um, I've become more and more a fan of how the Florida GOP is running, and the Florida Libertarian Party. Like, we have a couple of fantastic political parties when it, to choose from as far as party politics goes. Fantastic, maybe not. Good though, not bad. Far from a lot of what party politics tends to be. And this one little bit here, this is something the Republicans have put forward as a bill. It is purely a troll. And it is a very, very good troll. I'll talk about it after I chat with Carrie.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great allies.
The Angara soldier who joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water? Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
If the Angara say yes, I don't see why not.
I wonder who gets to make that call. The Angara don't have much of a government left. Okay, that's... Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
It's such a mess. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Things are still going smoothly without
We can send him a gift.
We're
What do Angara drink?
I told you we'd manage.
Damn. You could have at least pretended the transition was difficult.
Suspicious activity to the nearest security representative.
I don't know. Damn, Ryder, you just missed a good show. One of the alarms malfunctioned, and we thought it was an attack. It didn't take long to figure it out, but in that time, they managed to scramble at least half the station's defenses.
What defenses?
That's quick. They've been running drills.
Something like that. My point is, they've got their act together, and that's a good thing.
Like, do they have fighter craft?
Report any suspicious activity to the nearest security representative.
And we're happy to help your guards secure their weapons.
I prefer them armed for now. You understand, of course.
Oh, Pathfinder, this is the head of the Angaran delegation.
The one who saved the Moshai. She speaks highly of you. Call me Issa de Navarre.
Welcome, Ambassador. The Angara's first formal visit will be one for the history books.
I wonder what they'll say.
I was just explaining to the ambassador that armed guards aren't necessary here.
Is something wrong, Ambassador?
Please walk with me, Pathfinder. So much life. All different, all united. The way it could have been. 75 years ago, we were scattered, struggling to rebuild after the Scourge. Then, the Ket arrived. Alien life. It was monumental. But then they deceived and enslaved us. So, I hope you understand my precautions.
Your people have endured much, Ambassador. I'd be cautious too.
Yet all this, your initiative, is proof there's a better way. I want to believe in this alliance, Pathfinder. The Moshai says you're trustworthy. Please, help me trust in you.
We don't expect you to enter this alliance blindly, Ambassador. Everything we say, you can check.
You'd be that open with us?
We have nothing to hide.
They'll surrender their weapons to your militia, if that's satisfactory.
Thank you. We won't disappoint you, Ambassador.
Pavoa set Jav Jaravon, Pathfinder. Welcome to Andromeda.
That went well. I think, It's interesting to see how the Angara see the initiative.
Pronouns this entire time. Should
Because the, hold on. have an angry child.
We hope you'll enjoy learning about the rich
I'm an angry
diversity of
child.
people who have arrived from the Milky Way galaxy.
Anyway, she's okay. Mommy's checking on her. Don't worry. Anyway, so it's interesting to see how the initiative appears to the Angara, because this is, to them, this is such an incredible new advanced civilization. But to us, this is a tiny little frontier outpost compared to what we left behind in the Milky Way. Did I already set this up?
This display describes our pathfinders, the initiative's elite explorers.
Oh no, I already set it up.
Maybe later.
Enjoy your day.
Yeah, this is a tiny little outreach kind of pioneer program. This isn't like, it's like, honestly, it does remind me a lot of European settlers in the New World, where, especially in North America, Central America less so, but especially in North America, where where they immediately started landing and establishing cities with materials technology that the natives had never seen before, and it's seeing this. A lot of them, not all native tribes like this, because Central America were far more advanced as far as urban civilization goes, certainly, but seeing these settlements and seeing them as the biggest cities they'd ever seen, and them to Europeans were just tiny little minuscule, barely holding together outposts. That is kind of the dynamic here. Of course, the Angaran civilization is highly advanced, but they just went through a 1-2 punch of horrific, socially destabilizing tragedies. And so it's not like they're primitive, but it's that they're socially disintegrated or socially disorganized. And the Andromeda Initiative is actually quite cohesive and coherent, despite its troubles.
Pathfinder, thank you for arranging my access to the cultural center. There's so much to study here. It would take a lifetime.
I'd enjoy that. All the reading, history, science, culture. Get some snacks, settle into that corner over there.
No offense, but I'm starting with the Asari.
Oh, sure.
Everybody
but
does.
When you get to Elcor Hamlet, I want to know.
Oh god! Yeah, everybody basically starts with the Asari as the first interesting species of Mass Effect, because they are pretty unique to the Mass Effect setting. Now that kind of, there's always the blue and/or green alien babe species. There's the what are they called in Star Trek? What are the green people? God, what are they? Orions. That's it. Orions. And then you've got the blue and green Twi'leks in Star Wars, but you also have pink Zeltrons, who are also the funky skin alien babes. There's always that kind of a species trope, but Mass Effect does it in a unique manner and an interesting manner, where they also have cultural stuff. They're actually an interesting culture that is not just reducible to hot aliens.
Interesting place, isn't it? Full of smiles and handshakes. Not many soldiers. Even though when politicians make peace, it's we soldiers who keep it.
Given our situation, it's smart to show we truly come in friendship.
Scott's naive.
Though in these times you should be prepared for the alternative. But names. I know you, Pathfinder. I am Andraknor, a Heskal with the Resistance.
A Heskal?
Centuries ago, Heskal were special forces. We defended colonies, passing our training down via oral history. Few remember us today. I came to learn what the Milky Way knows of such things. I heard your father was part of a similar program, an N7.
He was one of the first N7s. He was proud of that, even though he didn't stay in service. Didn't stop him teaching me and my sister a few tricks.
So, you carry a little of that knowledge with you, as well as your Pathfinder skills. N7 training would benefit my people. Heskal training would benefit yours. Perhaps a few war games. Show me how your skills handle the tests of a Heskal recruit. Challenge yourself and teach me.
A chance to work with the Angaran best of the best? Absolutely.
Excellent. I'll activate our training beacons. Finding them can be your first test. After that, I look forward to learning.
Cool. I wish there were a little more to that quest, but it's still cool, regardless. Okay. Anyway, so what I was talking about before we started all of that, I was mentioning this incredible bill, this incredible trolling bill that the Florida GOP put forward.
Aha! I knew it. Horizontal gene transfer.
They
Can't incorporate new DNA seamlessly into their own genome.
Oh, we did that. But yeah, they put forward a bill to officially deregister any political party in the state of Florida which has ever had slavery explicitly supported in their official party platform. Now, if you know anything about the history of the Democratic Party, you will know that the Democratic Party of Florida used to officially have support for slavery in its party platform over 150 years ago. Now, I find this absolutely hilarious. First of all, first thing to note, if this actually were intended to eliminate the Florida Democratic Party through surreptitious and or clever means, that's obviously ridiculous and obviously wrong.
Got that. Still
missing that is not something that that is certainly not something that that any reasonable politician would or should vote for. It's absolutely wrong, of course, to just completely outright eliminate the opposing party. However, why this is brilliant. Oh, excuse me. Why this is brilliant from a political standpoint, especially. And I say particularly why this is brilliant as a troll in particular. Quite literally as a troll. Sure. I didn't know that was a thing. Played through this game how many times? I've never seen it before. Or never noticed it. Anyway. I'd argue that this is a brilliant troll. Because what it's doing is exactly what a troll is meant to do. So a troll is, or trolling, I suppose, the act of trolling, is when you manipulate the other person, the opponent or the interlocutor or whatever. You manipulate the other person into becoming a performer in your act. This is how Michael Malice puts it, who is probably the world's foremost troll currently.
Ship crashed onto the barren world. Here, his great voyage must end. He was far from help, with neither.
Maybe I'll come and listen to that at some point. But yeah, it is getting the other person, usually the opponent or whatever, to play a role, to basically do your act for you. In an argumentative, or so in a comedic context, this is getting someone to make themselves the butt of the joke, or to deliver the punchline for you. Something like that. In an argumentative context, this is getting someone to prove your point for you. without you having to make it.
Yes? What now?
Are you always this rude to people walking in?
Only when a mistake could kill everyone on the Nexus.
What do you mean?
Okay.
Hydroponics is our air, food, and water. A frail green line between us and oblivion. We almost lost it all during the mutiny. Now it's my responsibility.
I know what surprise responsibility can be like.
So I hear. Perhaps we could share our burdens. I need samples of Andromeda's plant life. Our own specimens should acclimatize to them. Bring me any plants you find. You'll have a bounty in return, and my thanks.
All right, sounds good. I can do that. Now, how this in particular is a troll is because the purpose of this is not to pass. The purpose of this bill is not to actually get passed into law. This is meant to get the Democratic Party to defend themselves against it. Now, what will that do? Well, in order to defend themselves against this bill, they would have to argue that either it is not important that their party used to support slavery. In other words, they would repudiate cancel culture. Because again, cancel culture is entirely about past sins or prior generational sins. It's implying guilt to the current generation, or to the particular individual as they stand today. I mean, excuse me. This is the whole point of like going through someone's Twitter from years and years ago to see that that one thing that they said that was wrong, and then finding it, pointing out what they've done, and so to show that they are a terrible person and were a terrible person way back then, etc. And so they probably still are now, and so we should cancel this person because they used to support slavery, or they're part of the party that used to support slavery, or whatever. This is, I mean, obviously wrong, obviously quite silly, but it's a major and almost a primary tactic of the modern left. So if you can get them to defend themselves against this charge that they used to support slavery and say it doesn't matter, and so they should not be canceled, you're basically getting them to repudiate cancel culture, or embrace their past of having supported slavery, or repudiate the past of their party. Any of these are excellent things for the Republicans, because all three of these things would make the Democrats look ridiculous. It would very straightforwardly just undermine major parts of their, if not their ideology, certainly their political strategy. And so I think that this is a brilliant move. Like I said, this is absolutely brilliant move. To get the Democrats to defend themselves on the terms decided by the Republicans, which are not favorable to them at all. It's brilliant.
Pathfinder,
it's brilliant.
AVP leveling continues as per your directions. And of course, the interface remains accessible for any future adjustments. Sweet protocol and process. Now we're living.
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
That's it? You'll just do it?
Nowhere in my job description does it say, argue with the Pathfinder. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there will be no doubt that you're responsible.
Okay.
Let's keep this between us. Here's the info.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Well, that'll do. Thanks.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Is his face model? His face model looks really familiar. It almost looks like the Russian commander from Stargate SG-1, or one of the Russian commanders from Stargate SG-1. Or maybe I'm just like very stereotypical about him being Russian, and that is kind of influencing how I look at him. I don't know. He looks a lot like him to me. Younger, but looks a lot like him.
Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll wait it out until demands are met. This is HNS.
Yeah, like, why would you have a unified curriculum? That seems kind of dumb.
Whoa, it's the Pathfinder.
Yeah, hey.
It's me.
You're the one who befriended these strange new people, these Angara, and now they're here, on the Nexus. How do we know we can trust them? I mean, for certain.
Remember, we're the strangers. This is their home, and they've welcomed us. They've earned our trust.
I guess.
Talk to them. Get to know them. See for yourself.
Good advice. I will.
Is everything all right?
You're the Pathfinder. Thank you so much for returning the Moshai to us.
I'm glad I could help. Seems your people really cherish her.
She is dear to us. By the way, you should know. The head of our delegation is at your cultural center. He'd be honored to speak with you.
I did. Thanks. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go back to Voeld. Not Prodromos. Let's do that once we get on the ship. Let's craft a Pathfinder chest piece. All right.
Ryder, Vetra wanted you to check in when you can.
Oh, okay. Sure, I can do that.
Wait, Lexi, your dad was Turian? That explains so much.
What's that supposed to mean? Here we go.
You know, how uptight you are.
I am not uptight.
Not even 300 years old and fussing at us like a matriarch.
I'm a doctor. Fussing's part of the job.
Alright, remember? Chest. I'm gonna just get a Pathfinder chest 2. Wait, there's no 1? Alright, fine, whatever. I'm just gonna craft it. I don't actually need this at all. I'll sell it. Just for the experience. Okay. This is going to be a little while, right? Yeah. Not before the end of the stream. What about this one? Alright. I'll talk to Vetra, and then that might actually show up. Might be done.
Really looking forward to kicking those guys in the teeth.
Get us there, and we'll save you a place in line. That vault on Aya was so
gorgeous. So alive.
And Meridian might be the key to the others.
No wonder the Archon wants to control it. Like everything in Helios.
How's the search for the Asari Ark going?
Won't know until we talk to those Asari on Eos. Any chance of swinging by?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
Should we do that first? There's a lot on Eos. We do need to get a Voeld. So we'll do Voeld. I think we'll do Voeld first.
Looks like pictures of the Exaltation Chamber.
Yeah, the Ket are using some Angaran-made medical equipment. Could be a lead. I just want an edge on those Ket bastards.
Lead on what?
If they ever got their hands on Sid, I'd... Well, imagine if it was Sarah.
I don't know what I'd do. We're all that's left of our family.
Same here. Sid was so little when our father left, and I was... well, her age now.
You raised your sister by yourself? That can't have been easy.
Had to. I waited forever for our father to come home. He never did. He was involved with some bad things. Bad people. Eventually it caught up to him. There was nowhere to run. Not like a whole new galaxy.
Is that why you came here?
When you're young and stupid, you make bad decisions. Piss off the wrong people. That sort of thing never goes away. Not for you, not for the ones you care about. I don't want to not come home one day.
There's some fan speculation that their father is Saren, but I don't quite buy it. Because they would have at least heard about him, that he was, Spectre and all that. Now, that said, he was kind of a disgraced former Spectre by the time that they would have been getting ready to leave Andromeda. So, probably not. I don't know. It's... Oh, excuse me. It's an idea, but I think it's a lot of it is just fans wanting desperately for everything to be connected. Which they don't need to be,
We're
really.
a team. I'll make sure you're always there for Sid.
Thank you, Ryder. That means a lot to me. At least Sid's older now. Maybe I don't have to worry as much. I should get back to work. Talk to my people, see if they've heard anything. Chat later?
Yeah. All right. Oh, whoop. Wrong way. Okay. Back to Voeld.
So, Callow, who's that woman I keep seeing you with on the Nexus?
Ooh, gossip.
What? Whom?
You're always short of credits after we come back. Is it because of her?
It's complicated, Suvi.
I want to know now. You're just gonna leave it like that? It's not right, Callow. You got beans to spill. You got, like, serious beans to spill right there. What is going on here? I want to know. I don't think they ever pick up on that. Do they? Maybe. I gotta keep an ear out.
Back towards Voeld.
Yes, sir.
Beginning approach.
Voeld orbit is steady.
Okay, look at all those quests. So many quests. Let's go. Yeah, Phalanx, I guess. You don't have the Sidewinder yet. I need the Sidewinder. It's so cool. My favorite gun in this game. It's not the best at all, by the way. It's definitely not the best gun in this game, but it's my favorite. It's cool. Snowfall. Yeah, Snowfall. Good. Let's bring Cora, and we need to bring PB. Do we need to bring Cora? What else is going on Voeld? Don't really need to bring Drac. I think we can bring. I think we can just bring Cora. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody else really that we need. We definitely need PB though. She's got a side quest here, or a companion quest here. I'll do.
Approaching the LZ.
I'm still not quite committed to not romancing PB. Again, I keep waffling about this. I do like Cora. I kind of do like the development with Ryder, especially the hurdles that they have to get past, mostly involving his father. She doesn't exactly have like daddy issues. She has your daddy issues, which is very different. All right, let's go. Which one is... That's the teleport one. Whew. Yeah, it's nice and warm. Hey.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder.
I know, Sam. I could tell.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
Fuel pumps, fuel lines,
life support is back online.
All looking good.
Yeah, I told you. I'm taking care of that.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Some of you were attacked by Ket. Most of you have lost family to them. When you stand across from a Ket, remember what brought you here. Hold that in your heart.
I love the teleport. Really do.
I love you, Hera. I know. Who knows how much time we have?
Hera and Rook hover transport for heavy goods. Salon. Yes, I'm aware of the dwindling supply situation. The supplies meant for the Resistance had to be diverted at the last moment. So we never received them. We'll get the next drop. I'm taking care of it myself. Olisk.
Hey there, Explorer. That's all we've got. I hear you have a very impressive vehicle, yes?
We call it the Nomad.
I'm an amateur mechanic myself. Build vehicles for my people. Upload this schematic for your mechanic, with my compliments. They can upgrade your vehicle's shielding once you find the needed components.
Nice.
He lives for this shit. It will make his day.
My long-lost brother. You can find some of what you need here on Voeld. The rest, out and about.
Brother from another galaxy. People are all the same.
We should be out there looking for Michelle.
Michelle's dead. You saw the explosion.
Yes, Michelle's explosion. She would have known exactly how to protect herself. We can put a pod together. Go back out there. Herif, maybe, and Eshka.
Don't be foolish, Hannah. Please be angry, grieve, rage, but please drop this.
Is that something I can do anything about? Or no? Or not yet?
got a message from my little brother this morning. He asked when I'm coming home.
He's young. He doesn't understand yet.
I don't know how to respond. How do you tell a child you might not come back?
I don't know. I mean, it's the whole kids growing up living in wartime, and the very, very total wartime. Um, it's very. There's a danger that kids growing up under conditions like this will grow up to be hardened prematurely, which I think is something that all parents want to avoid. You want to avoid forcing or even allowing your children to confront the horrors of the world until they have to, or at least until they're ready. Which, I mean, they're never ready. None of us are ever ready for anything. It's just things, you have to be. Things happen, and so you're gonna confront them whether you're ready or not. But you can certainly be more. Oh God, excuse me. You can certainly be more or less ready. I think that young kids, part of a parent's job is to shelter kids from the horrors of the world. And in a world this horrible, that's very difficult to do. And hell, I mean, our world isn't this horrible, but it's still hard to do. Really, and it's something we all have to. We all should. We should all work on this as best we can together. It's actually another thing that to try not to impose these sorts of things on kids, whether they're yours or whether they're ours or somebody else's. That it's where we get into this weird trend these days, especially among the left, but in general of kids just sort of being the kind of political, almost political. I can't say leaders because that's not right, but certainly the political figureheads in a lot of contexts. Like the whole, kids' political movements starting in high school and even middle school. This idea of listen to the children or that kind of thing, which is really destructive to childhood innocence. Well, I mean, I was in middle school during the 2000 Bush-Gore election. Was I in middle school? Yeah. No, I was in elementary school. I don't even remember it vaguely. No, I was in middle school in 8th grade, I think. In the 2004. Was it Bush-Kerry election? Was it John Kerry? I think so. And I had basically no idea what was going on. We kind of talked about it a little bit in social studies class, but really barely. Like most of our social studies class was historical stuff, it was history and whatnot, not contemporary politics. We learned about a lot of what had gone on in the world, which a lot of that is really tough, really difficult, but it's very different, I think, from what is actively going on in the world right now. And I was kind of tuned out from all of the major political controversies of the time, because there were some serious political controversies at the time, both military and economic, primarily. In like I said, in like 2004-ish. Then by 2009, by that election, I was pretty politically involved. I was 17. I couldn't vote. Thank God. I was a little bit of a neoconservative in high school. By a little bit, I mean I was extremely neoconservative in high school. Um, for example, in the early 2008 um, Ron Paul Rudy Giuliani moment, I was absolutely resolutely on Giuliani's side, which I'm horrifyingly embarrassed by. My political development really happened after that, and there's absolutely no reason that anyone should have listened to me at 17. Now, to be fair, I was probably smarter and more informed than most voters, but that's an incredibly low bar. It's an unbelievably low bar, given that like most high school graduates are illiterate, functionally illiterate. So yeah, no, like, yeah, I knew more about what was going on, and I was more involved in everything and all that. But man, I was really badly a sort of authoritarian neoconservative type that shifted very dramatically throughout college, and then stopped. My political views have barely changed at all since around 2012 or 2013-ish. I guess 2013-ish. Which, I mean, the only changes I've really had, politically speaking, are to do with the people in power. I'm more amenable to the Republican Party and the Libertarian Party, for that matter, than I was 10 years ago, say. And that's because the Republicans have gotten slightly better, and the Libertarian Party has gotten a lot better. That's very recently, though. The Libertarian Party had to get a lot worse before they could get better, but they sure did. The Republican Party has gotten marginally better. Marginally, they're still not great, but mostly the badness of the Republican Party now is that they're kind of feckless. In 2012-ish, the badness of the Republican Party was that they were kind of awful. They were like actively doing bad things. They were actively evil. Now they're just kind of feckless and not being very effective in doing the good things that they say they will do. And also the benefit of not being able to do any of the bad things that they say they will do too, but they say they will do a lot fewer bad things than they used to. So that's nice. That's nice. Anyway, those are really the only changes in my politics. Has been my actual ideological ideas have not changed, like even slightly. I'm an anarcho-capitalist, sentimentally an anarcho-monarchist. Sentimentally or ideally, take a pick. But I'm still an anarchist. That has not changed at all. I still hold absolutely to the non-aggression principle. I still think that it applies in exactly the same way. Exactly the same way? Yeah, I think it's fair to say exactly the same way. But yeah, I'm more or less the same guy politically than I was 10 years ago. I got myself lucky that I avoided the whole alt-right pipeline that really came up over the last few years. And also the Bernie Sanders train. That was another one. It feels like a lot of the libertarians that I used to work with and do a lot of activism stuff with in the early 2010s, like during the Ron Paul days. A lot of them have either veered hard right into alt-right, that kind of authoritarianism, or veered hard left into Bernie Sanders-esque democratic socialism. And very, very few have stayed in any way consistent that I know from those days. Few. There's still some. I don't know if any that I know in person. I know from actually working back then. A lot of the people who I know are still relatively consistent are people I know through like online kind of things, not through real interpersonal interaction and such. Anyway, fighter pilot Vashnaran disappeared. All right.
right in the middle of Aya.
No. I hope they dealt with it.
Um, yes,
Don't
hi.
worry. They dealt with
Some kind of stimulant.
I have Kajari and Suma. We're out of everything else.
Merchant counter, okay. Being used as a surgery table. Supplies. Angara's accelerated immune system prevents most major infections. Wow. That's lucky. Console.
Looks like medical supplies. Probably shouldn't tamper with them.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Alright, log. Transcripts from the intelligence officer. Major aircraft, huh? Okay. Olisk. We sent a shuttle with enough medical supplies to last you through the cycle. Did you ever receive them? Our tracking signal went dark after we left the supplies at the drop point. Please respond and let us know that they got to you safely. Uh-oh.
Looks like supplies aren't getting through to the Resistance.
Maybe we should talk to the requisitions officer.
Who's that? The commander. Push the kit back from Techix, which we'll go and try and help with. Consent draft. Sorry to his mother. Urgent need recruits. Yeah.
Yes, what is it? You're that alien they've been talking about on comms, aren't you? Why are you standing here? Don't you have more important places to be?
I'm Pathfinder Ryder with the Andromeda Initiative. From...
Wonderful. You're from far away. Do they have magical healing where you're from?
Nothing more advanced than what you have?
Then where you're from is useless to me right now. Stand over there.
Dr. Hareen, maybe Ryder could help us with the emergency caches.
Emergency caches?
This is a war zone. Kett attacks are always a risk. Wounded. There's probably a cache of emergency medical supplies nearby. No substitute for real medical attention, but you'll survive long enough to reship.
Problem is the caches are empty right now. We're strained and no one's been out there to replenish supplies.
Okay.
There's no time to waste. I'll help with whatever you need.
Supply crates are stacked by the wall over there. Directions to the caches are with them. You have a vehicle?
Of course.
Good. Get going.
Alright, cool. We'll do that.
These are the emergency medical supplies the doctor mentioned. We have to get them to the caches. Sam, you saving the location data?
Of course, Pathfinder.
Cool. Outside of streaming time, by the way, I've been playing and greatly enjoying Hogwarts Legacy, and I can't wait to play another separate playthrough with you guys online when I'm done with either when I'm finished with Andromeda or when I'm finished with Kingdom Come Deliverance. And of course, I am a master of striking the anvil when it is ice cold. If I had thought this through fully, and I really thought I would be able to get a hold of the damn thing soon after release, I probably would have just waited to start Andromeda, but that's okay. You know what? That's fine. Just not had a Monday game, or played something that was very short. Destroy All Humans or something ridiculous like that. Anyway, though, I am eventually going to play it on stream. I can say that for sure. So I look forward to it with all of you guys. I think it has been a really fun game. My computer can barely handle it. I need to try and optimize the settings. Frankly, I would say that I can upgrade some components, but one, I don't have the money for it. Absolutely not. But then, more importantly, everything that I have in this computer is top notch insofar as it is compatible with my motherboard, which is very old. I think it's from 2010. So I would basically need to rebuild my computer. So I would need a new motherboard, I'd need a new CPU, and I would need new RAM cards, because I'm currently using DDR3 RAM sticks, and I would need DDR4 or even 5 for new 5. I think that's a new thing, right? For a new motherboard. And I probably ought to get a new power supply, but I can keep the one I have for at least if I need to. But all that comes out to a good bit of money. So, I mean, a new, oh gosh, what? A new motherboard with a CPU plus RAM, at least a few $100, which is money I don't have right now. So, it's not the most expensive part of the computer. That definitely goes to the GPU, which I've got a decent GPU. It's an RTX 2080, I think. Decent. It was great when I got it, which was in 2019 or 20. It was right as the 3000s were coming out, and so it was decently cheap. Because the new generation was about to come out, and so the 2080s was the top of the previous line, and that was starting to taper off as far as price goes. So I was able to get one of those for a good price, and it's pretty good, and it is probably the best that any other part of my computer could handle. And I just got a new SSD last year, so yeah, and I've got the maximum. I don't have the maximum. I have 14 gigs of RAM installed. I suppose I could realistically upgrade one of my two gig RAM sticks to a 4, but that would only do so much. Really, it's my limiting factor right now is my CPU, which I also got a new CPU a year and a half, 2 years ago, something like that. If you remember, it was while we were playing Dragon Age Origins, because I remember I stress tested it by casting all of my AoE spells, and I almost lit my computer on fire because I didn't have a cooler for it yet, or a good enough cooler for it. I was using the old one. And the trouble is, because it is a good CPU from 8 years ago, the only reason I didn't get a better one is because this is the absolute best that this motherboard can accept. And so I have, like I said, I've got the best CPU that this motherboard can handle. I would need a new motherboard. Basically is rebuilding a PC. Not all the components and not the most expensive components. And I honestly can use the same tower. I can use the same power supply. I can use the same hard drives. I can definitely use the same graphics card still. I can definitely use the same CPU cooler. Because I also got a nice new one of those when I got the new CPU. But I need new core components, which is not cheap. Not cheap at all. Anyway, if you do, now, that said, if you'd like to help out with that sort of thing, I will always welcome help. I will always be endlessly thankful for you for that sort of thing. If you go ahead and donate down there, ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy, I will put it straight towards stuff that helps me keep doing this. The kind of things that you want me to do, that you like to see, that is giving you some kind of a value that hopefully you can pass some of it back on to me. Anyway, let's keep going.
Leave me be.
Oh, okay, never mind. All that waiting for that. I was standing here talking for 10 minutes about my computer, and then she's like, all right, shut up, leave.
If you need patching up, you'll have to wait. A patrol just came through, and I need to see to them.
Is it just you here?
Volunteer medics are hard to come by, especially ones who can handle Voeld.
Yeah, I bet.
It's actually warm in here. Those heaters work pretty well.
We don't use them for heat. They generate artificial sun, so we don't go dark.
What do you mean, go dark?
Right, I suppose you wouldn't know about that. Our bodies generate energy from sunlight. If we don't get enough, our immune systems weaken and our bioenergy slows. We go dark.
Cool. They're lizards. They're cat lizards. Angara are neat.
It can't be easy living in a place like this.
Very neat.
Between the cold and the lack of sun, it's tough to keep morale up. Most of us come from Aya or Haval, so it's a big adjustment. Immunity drops, people get sick. But if the civilians in the settlements can live here without complaint, so can we.
Alright, cool.
I'll come back if I need anything.
I'll be here.
Yeah, Angara, we don't know a ton about Angara still. And by we, I mean in general, post this game. There are still things about the Angara that we are really we have yet to find out. There are more about them, I'm sure. Could expand upon.
You must be the Pathfinder who saved the Moshai.
But man,
I'm
very
Andy
interesting.
Gozil,
Very interesting in concept,
commander
for
of
sure.
this encampment. You're welcome here as an ally of the Angara.
Thank you for allowing us into your base, Commander.
Your actions display your soul's intentions. I hope you will join the fight against the Ket. We've held the Ket at bay, but have been unable to deal a decisive blow. The longer things drag on, the greater our disadvantage.
If your current approach isn't working, we'll need to find another one.
Our main problem is a lack of fighters. If you want to know where you can make a difference, go to the post that overlooks the valley. Nothing happens on Voeld without our lookouts knowing about it. Before you go, is there anything else I can help you with?
How long has the Resistance been around?
Nearly as long as the Ket. With our military destroyed, civilians took the fight into their own hands. They formed the Resistance as a final effort to retake our home.
It seems to be working.
Only since Ephra took over. His tactics gave us the push we needed against the Ket. But even now, we're a long way from winning.
Yeah, the military destroyed right away by the Ket is very similar to standard Reaper tactics back in the Milky Way. And then, of course, now we have a pseudo-military, like the Resistance, basically taking over. This is the best they can do, I guess. Especially this thing I keep talking about, without a navy. That puts them at such an unbelievable disadvantage not having a navy. The Ket automatically have space superiority, which is just unchallenged space superiority, which is just absolutely destructive to the Angara. The Angara are at this point lucky. I hate to say this, but lucky that the Ket don't just want to wipe them out and do actually want to capture them alive. If they did want to wipe them out, they absolutely could. They could just orbitally bombard everything, and nothing could stop them, which is just really, really nasty.
I've met Ephra. He's interesting.
He's never been good at first impressions. He can be stern, but he's exactly what the Resistance needs. Ephra took a scattered band of civilian fighters and molded them into an effective army. What success we've had against the Ket is entirely due to his leadership.
Most people seem to really respect him.
Because he would do anything for his people, he inspires the same in us. We may not always agree with Ephra, but we'd follow him to the end of the stars.
That's it for now.
I'll be here if you have any questions.
Okay. Okay. Surveillance. Nothing really. Okay. Oh, hey, Joel's. Joel?
I should be going out there with you.
Do you want to?
Waiting around makes me unhappy. I'll keep my comms open so I can keep up with what you're doing.
Sounds good.
In the meantime, is there anything I can help with?
You can come with me. It's fine.
Tell me more about Voeld.
Voeld is an important planet for my people. Our capital, Estraya, is here. We only recently won it back from the Ket, and the city is still rebuilding. For some reason, the Ket now focus their attentions on this part of Voeld. That's why the Resistance is set up here.
I assume it's because of the vault, right?
The Resistance seems pretty busy here. There must be lots of Ket.
Yes. The Resistance has fought the Ket on Voeld for a very long time. We used to wonder why there always seemed to be more Ket, no matter how many we killed. Now we know. Our loss is their gain.
I have to get going.
Kinda horrifying,
We'll catch
really?
up later.
Stay clear, Pathfinder.
Okay. It's kind of extremely horrifying.
You think I'll see any Ket?
Not likely. They don't venture this close to the camp.
An impressive surveillance system.
You don't win a war without good organization.
Wow. I wonder how it works. Do you think they're adapted remnant tech?
Pathfinder,
Maybe I can
I
ask.
was told to expect you. Davia Kars, Chief Intelligence Officer. I want to brief you on Voeld. Any questions about the planet? Ask away.
Is that a map of Voeld?
A living map, yes. Every region on the planet is represented. Updated in real time as we get information from scouts and contacts. You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Tetchiks, and Yarnik, the archaeological dig the Kett have occupied.
You mentioned the word Dar. What does it mean?
Well, translated directly, it means rock foundation. A Dar is smaller than a city, but larger than a settlement. There are several out here. Angara who live in Dara are combat trained, ready for anything.
I guess they'd need to be.
They take pride in defending themselves. But the Kett are bolder lately. The Dara are their new target. We've had to change our tactics to protect them. More patrols for the Dara means fewer raids on Kett camps. The Kett know this and use it against us.
Okay. Wait, I want to know about cities. Hold on.
Up. You can see the nearest Dara, the Jara Tetchiks.
Yeah. So he's talking about Angaran
the
cities,
dig the Kett have occupied.
which is something that we don't actually see in this game, but it's implied. Which is good that they imply that, because it seems otherwise like Angaran civilization is on the brink of disappearance, not just disintegration.
The bright spots on the map, are those cities?
Cities under siege by the Kett, yes. The largest, Destroyer, was our capital.
Was?
It's hard to think of a city as a capital when it's just a maze of empty streets and burnt-out buildings. But buildings can be rebuilt. We are more than our cities.
Tell me more about Astraea.
It's the recent focus of Kett attacks. They think they can break our spirit by tearing down our walls. The Kett learned that we fight to the death, and they would rather we submit. So they destroy our Dara, our homes. They drive us into the cold and expect us to give in. They underestimate the Angara.
How does the Resistance plan to win this war?
We don't have the forces to fight a planet-wide war. Our only hope is a strategic strike. The center of all Kett operations on Voeld is across the valley. If we take down their command structure, it will weaken them. At least, that is our hope.
Okay. I'll do that at some point.
If you need anything else, I'll be here.
I mean, we already took down the exaltation facility. It's got to be helpful. I mean, it's not destroyed. Excuse me, it's not destroyed. It certainly should be. Should be our next priority. Should be destroying that exaltation facility now that it's less defended. Okay.
They all say the same thing. The Resistance is missing supplies.
Go over on the other side. Seems like there's a quest over here, I think. Or no. Olisk.
Yaret says she handles it. Pathfinder, something I can do for you?
You the requisitions officer? I hear you're having supply issues.
Of course not. I don't know what you've heard, but everything's running fine.
Your communications say otherwise. You haven't received a shipment in weeks.
Those data pads are encrypted. How did you... I need to keep this news contained. No one knows the shipments have stopped. If word gets around, we'll have a serious morale drop. I need to investigate this quietly.
You have any leads?
See.
Not much. The supplies make it planetside, but never reach the base. The obvious answer is the Kett. Sabotage is their style. We changed our drop point, but no luck. I can't send someone to investigate without word getting around. I guess there's no avoiding it eventually.
I can take a look at the drop point. That way no one will panic.
I can't sanction an official search, but I also can't stop you from investigating on your own. The nav point for the last drop location is in my personal console. You seem to be adept at decryption, so I'll let you figure out the rest.
Okay then.
Decryption successful, Pathfinder. Updating your nav system with a supply drop point.
Okay. That's the way out. Want to wait to go out. Talk to Rayless. Also another quest over there that I need to pick up. There's a ton of stuff here.
Rylus?
That's me, yes.
Rylus.
I'm Rylus. Wow. You really showed up.
You said you had intel. I can't ignore that.
I just didn't think you'd come yourself. Anyway, I should get to the point. Your raid on the Exaltation facility sent the Kett scrambling. They're trying to get their operations in order. Our scouts report increased Kett movement through certain areas of Voeld. Not military, though. Science and research vessels.
So something that could involve Exaltation, or the creation of a new Exaltation lab.
Well, that's what I thought. Either way, Kett organizing means trouble. We don't have the tech to break into their bases. But someone has to stop them.
I'll investigate this if I can.
That's all I can ask. Thank you, Ryder. I'll send the nav point immediately.
You missed a quest over there, huh? Isn't that the medical room? How did we miss this? Oh, she's stuck back here in the corner.
Welcome. You are the Pathfinder, yes? I am Roshua Lin.
What are these symbols on the wall?
Our people worship in private here, and I give the blessings. Would you like one?
I'm a bit of a stranger to your faith.
A stranger in all things, perhaps. The blessing is offered with simple goodwill.
Why don't you practice religion in public?
Those who are slaves to the Kett are forbidden to express their spiritual beliefs. We honor their isolation by practicing privately. Faith is also strongest when no one sees it.
Okay, but what? Again, this is another thing that I'm very, very interested in, to see exactly what their religion involves. What are they worshipping precisely? Are they worshipping God in some capacity, or is this something esoteric?
It would be an honor.
I give you strength and courage, yet be clear your heart.
You seem troubled.
Oh, Pathfinder Ryder. I was just speaking a blessing for 2 of our young soldiers murdered by the Kett. So many dead or disappeared, but these 2 cuts are the deepest yet.
Did you know them well?
They would be alive if they hadn't welcomed this death.
I'm not sure I understand.
These children were swayed by a new belief that's taken hold. A soul finds enlightenment through reincarnation, but some now think they can force this. They fling themselves at death, thinking they will be reborn stronger. Glory seekers, we call them.
How can they possibly know what they believe is true?
That is the great question of faith. I tried to speak to some of these misguided ones, but they didn't listen. And now, if you meet some of these glory seekers, do what you can to save them from death. That's all any of us can do.
I mean, it's foolish primarily, not primarily because they can't know that it's true, because it's even if we assume that it is correct and that this sort of ancestral memory thing is really reincarnation, they are wasting this particular life. Huh. Excuse me. Which is meant to presumably develop the soul further. If the soul does in fact reincarnate, which again is to some degree possible, I suppose. Again, an ancestral memory type of thing is more likely, sort of likely. This is certainly simply a waste of life anyway. Because part of the point of any kind of reincarnation cycle idea is that the experiences of one life build upon prior, or previous, I suppose. And so, if you throw this life away pointlessly, then what you're doing is you're denying your future incarnations the experience of this life, which is counterproductive.
What do you believe?
In the never-ending growth of a soul that is reincarnated within a family. A righteous action in this life begets enlightenment in the next. And with that, a stronger dynasty.
What happens to the souls of exalted Angara?
This is our great heartache. They are kept from the family dynasty. Lost to us in all ways.
So, what are you worshipping? You said worship, but what? Worship has a very particular meaning, and it is transitive in terms of linguistics. Worship is of something, or typically of someone, right? I don't know. Again, it's an odd to call this religious is a very modern secularist way of understanding religion as as simply a set of beliefs which are, let's say, non-verifiable scientifically, something like that, or observationally maybe. This is really just a belief about the metaphysics of, what would we say, metaphysical psychology or something. That's all this is. It has a directedness to it. It has, in other words, it has ethical implications that one ought to further develop oneself in these certain ways. But that's not religion. Not really. It ties families together, I suppose. So it's religious in the sense if it has a kind of filial piety, an aspect of filial piety, but nothing theistic, or even pantheistic or anything like that. There's nothing above oneself.
How do you become a priestess?
With great hardship. Only those who know darkness can lead others to light. I speak weakly words for those who seek them. They take my words to their families, so that they all find the strength I once longed for.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's, again, that the verbal aspect of the religion is based very heavily on again a modern sort of post-Protestant, post-Enlightenment
Looking good, team.
Secularist modern understanding of religion as one propositional, first and foremost propositional, that a religion is defined as a set of beliefs in particular. And that set of beliefs is the religion. A religion is simply what we believe. You say, or what are your religious beliefs, etc. This is alien to basically all sorts of classical or pre-modern religion.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder. Life support at 100%.
But I never get care packages from Aya, do I?
You're so good at guilting
There's the
me,
cat facility. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, and then also the primary religious practice or ritual is the spoken word, which is again it's very very low church Protestant type of thing.
Whoa! Didn't mean to sneak up on you.
Squinting stars. It's the Pathfinder.
Those are Milky
We
Way
heard about how
weapons.
you punched the cat.
Or exile weapons,
Punched
I
them
guess.
right in the exaltations. So amazing.
Shut up, Beniska. You're embarrassing.
You shut up. I'm being charming, right?
The Angara have been wonderful to us, including yourself. So thank you.
See? We're building bonds here to seek.
So what's out there? Any tips?
As a start, you could join our fight in Hajara, where those red lights are. I hear someone's looking for help.
Or you could just go there and kill some cat. They're everywhere.
Anything else you need to know? We've been stationed here forever, so we're experts.
Those red lights. You said that's Hijara?
Yes. Hajara Station, one of the Dar in the valley. It's a small community, mostly scientists. There's people there that might need help, if you haven't checked it out already.
How do they live out there?
Why so surprised? We've adapted to this weather.
Those lights are conspicuous. Don't the cat attack?
We've adapted to that too. The cat want to take us alive, so we fight to the death. It seems to deter them.
Okay. All right.
What's that alien facility on that mountain over there?
That's the Ket Command Center. We have constant eyes on it.
What's its purpose?
It controls Ket operations on the entire planet. There's always ships coming and going.
I came face to face with the prefect there. Meanest, motherless Bisan I ever saw.
Even the Ket seemed afraid. We don't have much intel on her, though.
She like the one I killed at the exaltation facility.
Do you know of any remnant sites or ruins?
I think so. Actually, I don't know.
Seek, do you ever read the dailies?
No, you'll tell me if I need to know something.
So where is it?
Tall lights, over on your right somewhere.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Great.
Take care. Stay safe.
Okay. Let's
Tempest,
go.
we're gonna need the Nomad. My position.
Deploying forward station. Good luck, Ryder.
Automated protocols activated. Deploying forward station. Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal.
All right, let's swap out Cora for Jal. He wanted to go. Jal wanted to come with us, so he can come with us. Kindly requested. Come on, Nomad, let's go.
Okay, Sam, what's Voeld got for us?
Ket activity appears to be centered around this large central command post.
Okay.
According to Resistance intelligence, the base coordinates all Ket military efforts on Voeld.
And taking it down will cripple their operations.
In theory. However, given the trouble the Angara Resistance has had infiltrating the base, it will not be a simple task. I recommend a more cautious approach that starts with the investigation of smaller Ket installations.
What about the Angara? The Resistance, what's their status?
Resistance dispatches indicate there is someone in Hajara who needs help. We could visit Tekix, a larger and more established Angara Dar that is nearby.
Sounds good. Thanks, Sam.
Pathfinder, Vold's temperature range is fixed well below freezing, with pockets of even more severe conditions. This necessitates the use of the Nomad. I advise against prolonged exposure to the cold.
Got it. Don't crash the car.
Our scans have detected remnant monoliths, which suggests the presence of a vault.
And that means we might be able to melt this ice cube. All right, we've got our work cut out for us.
That should be our
Let's get
priority,
going.
I think. Okay, emergency shield charge and supplemental life support. Agility mode.
Extreme cold is detected, Pathfinder.
Follow the lights, Ryder.
Trust me.
The Nomad's got safeties if you drive off this mountain, right?
Yeah, they're called jets.
Temperature's back to normal.
Oh. Well, hello.
Over here!
Hey, did you want to talk? No? Okay. Okay.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
No, that's okay. Some beryllium, but not much. What's this? Oh, drop point. Oh, okay. Good thing I noticed that. Rokar.
Why were Angara attacking us?
Pathfinder, I detect a datapad nearby.
Drop point. Scheduled for later today. Get there quickly. Let's remind you again about discretion. You are not to reveal your mission to anyone. Efra hears we're building a stockpile, he'll take action. We must keep this up for as long as possible. Skies guide you, Axul.
Axul is stockpiling supplies. Why?
It's troubling. Efra should hear of this.
Pathfinder, I have informed Olisk. The drop point is secure.
Good. The Resistance should get their supplies now.
How long have the Angara been fighting the Ket? Must feel like forever.
They're a tough bunch.
I, and many others, have never known a world without Ket. The Resistance fights so our children may one day be free.
Okay. I am too far.
Pathfinder, I can hack that message console.
Sending a fleet of shuttles to Havarl tomorrow. We anticipate breaking the planet's defenses soon. We'll have plenty of new stock for the facility.
So there's a control center for Ket shuttles on Voeld.
This message contains a fragmented passcode. If we find more terminals, I can reassemble it.
And we can take out the control center.
Undocumented mineral nearby, Pathfinder.
Look, the Ket set up camp.
Okay, let's see. Can't reach them. Too far. Let's get a little closer. They have heaters here.
Enemies! Nice work.
There's
Quickly.
an Angaran device in this camp, Pathfinder. Scanning will provide more information. Ambient temperature is normal.
Oof.
This bug should be feeding Ket information to the Resistance, but the connection was dropped.
Why? A technical issue?
Unknown. If you scan additional bugs, I can locate the broken link.
Yeah. See, this is why I love the Ishare, that sniper rifle. It is very slow firing, but man, is it destructive.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
I noticed, Sam. What's up here? Memory trigger. Let's go to Hijara. Look, a tauntaun. Oh god, it's really. Oh,
I'm growing very close to you.
That didn't work.
To this whole team, really.
My advice? Keep a little distance. Don't lose yourself.
No. I feel stronger for it. Even more sure of who I am. Hijara is a research station, mostly focusing on Voeld's geology.
Let's see if someone here needs help.
The ambient temperature is normal.
Oh, nice.
We can't just attack an entire Ket base.
It's you. You're the one who saved the Moshai.
Yes, sir.
We've all heard. Hitting the Ket where it counts has really helped our morale.
I can't claim all the credit. Couldn't have done it without the Resistance.
We are united by our struggle against the Ket. My grandmother used to say that the mingling of shed blood makes family as surely as birth. Want to kill more Ket? I need someone to rescue my Uncle Nilch. I'm not a fighter yet, or I'd go myself. If the Ket move him from the labor camp, we'll lose him forever.
What's a Ket labor camp for?
Different things. They put people in cages there. Sometimes they make them work. Sometimes they collect Angara, and once they have enough, they move them. And sometimes they just kill them. My father died that way.
That's awful. I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry. Make sure I don't lose more family.
I'll get your uncle.
Here's the nav point of the labor camp. Please hurry. Nilch may not have much time.
Yeah, I have that. Let's see what else we have here, huh?
How's the dig going?
We can't get deep enough to take a proper sand. The ice is too thick. If I had better equipment, we would have finished days ago.
Try asking Armroll about it.
Cool. They are digging through the ice. Why?
You're that alien pathfinder they call Ryder. Oh, I wish I could talk. But I gotta get this sky-cursed piece of junk working. It's been picking up weird interference for days. I can't transmit data to our colleagues in Talara.
Is there something I can do?
Maybe. I didn't think you'd be familiar with our machines. Oh, I need to take a break before I kill someone. If you want, feel free to poke around.
Okay. Sure. I'll try.
High-powered communications array. Most likely for planet-wide communications.
I mean, yeah.
Makes sense. Anything on that interference the researcher talked about?
I am detecting a signal. It is faint, but this equipment is sensitive. Pathfinder, I also observe a regular pattern in this emitted signal. It may be artificial.
You don't mean Ket? Are you saying the Ket are disrupting our comms? We must look into this.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Let's see what else we can find in this little Dara here.
Extract the metal from that sample we took.
I did. It's strong. If we find more, we can...
Yavara. Don't know what to do, Noeth? I guess? The outsiders are killing Yavara. We don't have the means to stop them. There are so few left. What if our last piece of living history goes extinct? How do we live with ourselves if we do nothing? I have half a mind to go out there and stop them. I can't let the Yavara suffer like this. I want that their song be silenced.
Keep digging. I have a good feeling about that site. They told me you might be coming through.
Yep.
Watch your step. We bedded data probes in the snow.
What is this place?
Ijara Station.
Should have turned
the
around.
only research base on Voeld. Educated on Aya, trained by the Resistance.
What's your focus out here?
Glacial movement, seismology, climate, anything Aya needs from us. Resources are tight, so our scientists know a bit of everything. That way, we're prepared for anything.
That's odd. Academics, such as myself, tend to be wildly overspecialized, if anything. I say this a lot, and it's very true.
Are you in charge here?
Lead researcher. Worked as a seismologist on Aya before I volunteered for Hijara.
You volunteered?
We all did. Aya is fine, but all that green gets boring.
Well, green, it's also volcanic.
But I came
Most of
here
it.
for the adventure. So far, Voeld has lived up to my expectations. Always a new mountain to scale.
How long has this station been around?
Only a few years. This used to be Ket territory before the Resistance pushed them out. We've discovered a wealth of resources the Ket protected out here. Metals, minerals, even a new species of edible cold weather fungus.
All that was hidden under the ice?
And more. We've only scratched the surface.
Aha!
I'll come back if I need anything.
I see what you did there.
I'll be here.
Excuse me, Joel.
Well, I haven't seen many of your kind around here, but I've heard lots about the Pathfinder from my friends on Aya.
All good things, I hope.
So far.
I'll take a look at your stock.
I was pleasantly surprised at that.
Plenty of supplies.
Nothing I really need. Sell all of my junk, though.
Found an abandoned supply.
Okay. Core sample. A solid block of ice was hewn from one of Voeld's frozen seas. It appears to be a focus of study for Ingaran researchers. I tend to agree. It does look like it's a focus of study.
I'm pretty sure there's something here. They were probably affected by the scourge. The micro variety in the top layer is completely different. They contain traces of 4 different radioactive isotopes.
Could be something else. Industrial emission, weapons tests, someone crashing a vehicle into the sea.
Or maybe, like my sister says, it's the Ice Talkers.
Say Ice Talkers one more time and you're fired.
The what?
Ah, you're Ryder. It's an honor to meet you. What can I do for you?
What are you doing with this giant block of ice?
That was cut out from below Hijara. We're right above an inland sea and the ice goes deep. Very deep. Everything under the first layer was perfectly preserved from a time before the Scourge. There's a lot we can learn from the composition of the deeper layers. Microbes, ancient life forms, all untouched by the Scourge.
Cool.
You were saying something about ice talkers?
Huh? Don't let anyone hear you. Stupid story that started years ago when Dinor and I were students in Australia. Talk to Dinor. He knows more about how that tale spread.
Is it? There's no way it's a coincidence that Estrella sounds like
I won't
very
disturb
much
your
like
work.
Australia with that accent of
Showed us the
theirs.
same courtesy.
I just heard it. I hadn't heard it before, but it
The numbers
really
keep
sounds
going.
like it.
I don't know what else I can do to strengthen my argument. Oh, hello. You're that Ryder alien everyone's talking about. What can I do for you?
You said something about ice talkers? What are those?
Oh, that's something of a joke between me, journalists, and everyone who went to school with us in Australia. One of our classmates was at an old archaeological dig and thought he heard a voice through the ice. 2 months later, another group claimed they heard the same thing, an angry voice.
What was it?
Too much Malay, that's what journalist says. Now it's become something of a joke between us.
Maybe it's something. Maybe it's not. We'll find out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we won't. I'd like to. All right. So, what else? Okay. Yeah, let's go over here, then we'll do the holding site. God, the vaults are way down to the south. This is a big map, too, by the way. It's not as big as Eladon. Eladon is just absolutely sprawling. But there's a lot more going on here.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
I should have dressed warmer.
It's not that cold. Let it go. Are you going the right way?
Let it go, huh?
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
The windows are fogging up on the inside. Isn't there some sort of de-icer?
I swear I will turn this car around.
What is that? Oh, it's a remnant. Yeah, remnant bug.
Hey, Jal. Jal? Jal? You alive?
What? What did I miss?
The way Ryder drives, you can sleep?
This is a very smooth ride.
Down you go. Drill. Can I turn it off?
Life support at 100%.
I mean, I'm not opposed to turning it off violently. But this cave. Anything here? Nothing really.
So, am I the first and only Asari you know?
You are the first, but not the only.
Really? Who else?
There is also Lexi.
Oh, right.
You can tell PB doesn't really care for Lexi very much.
We are nearing the nav point provided by Sokath Esov on Aya.
Found them.
Scans reveal these crates contain Angaran weapons.
Oh, really now?
That's Sneak!
Oh, did Soka not mention he helps us out sometimes?
I detect traces of weapons fire consistent with Ket's technology.
Ket. Great. And here's the ambush.
Of course there is. Pop. 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 This is silly. Hey, Bublin. Oh, jeez. I kind of missed him. Let's try that again. There we go. Got his head. Gosh. Alrighty then. Alright.
corners a little poorly, doesn't it? Your vehicle?
No, not really. I think it's fine. Going well. How's it going with you?
Activating automated forward station deployment.
Let me see. That is the cat holding site, the labor camp. Get over
gave
there.
me some reading material about Asari culture.
And?
What? Oh, and nothing. You're an interesting people. Although, it's curious that you take the genetic material of other races to
That's
improve your own.
It's over
Like
here.
the cat.
Ooh. That was rude, Jal. That was harsh. I don't think it's quite an apt comparison, though, either. I don't think that's quite an apt comparison.
This is the Ket labor camp Skiat talked about.
I'll keep an eye out for the kidnapped Angara.
Since an Asari's bondmate does not, like, I mean, other than with an Ardayachi, does not cease to be who or what they are, like the Ket do. So I think, like I said, I think there is a significant difference in kind. Oh, here come a lot of them. Okay. Yep. Got another one.
You're here to rescue us. The control panel is right there. Shut this down. Once I have a weapon, I'm gonna destroy these Ket.
Are there any more, or did I take care of it? More Ket. I mean, I know there are more. There are more Angara prisoners. More Ket incoming. Okay.
We've got targets.
We're not alone.
Damn. Whoa! Blew his head off. More new games come out, the more I appreciate them. Arkham Asylum series. I have actually not played them. Played either or any of them. There's two, right? Or was there a third? There's more. Okay, I better go. Oh, hey. Stop hovering, you weirdo. Oh, it's the heater. Okay. Thought it was another cat ship coming in. Update from Prefect Voeld. Devoted. Our attempts to release the repugnant Angaran AI, interesting, from their frozen city are behind schedule. Archon continues to instruct me to capture it and not destroy it. More slaves are required. The frequent raids will be increased. That is all. So there's snow in... Well, obviously there's snow in space. We're in space, and there's snow... Well, I mean... there's not snow here. This part of space in particular is called Florida. There's definitely no snow here. Like a high of mid to high 80s today. It's horrible. But aside from that, no, there's plenty of snow in space. Just depends on where in space you are. If you're in the northern U.S. right now, there's plenty of snow. That's in space. If you're on Voeld, plenty of snow. That's in space too. Okay. 3 chosen. Group of 5, all resistance soldiers, expectations unmet. Waiting input. Group of 5, unyielding, great promise. Don't love that. Is it locked? It's strange. Why is it locked? I mean, I know why it's locked, so we can't get in there. That much is obvious. Why would I even ask that? But you know what I mean. Yeah. From a non-diegetic perspective, why is it locked? Have to be brief. The Ket took our equipment away, but they missed this data device. Interface is awkward, but it'll do. They caught us at Erosk. Oh gosh. We stayed longer than we should have, hoping it would give others a chance. When you left, you told me not to do anything that would get me hurt. But when the alert came, I couldn't get on that shuttle. I wouldn't be able to live knowing I could have done more. That would have been the deeper hurt. So I've done what you asked, though not quite in the way you intended. I'm sorry to put you through this. Be well, my heart. May the stars always shine bright for you.
Get me out of here!
Okay.
I'm gonna kill these kids!
They're gone. They're gone. I kind of killed all of them already. At least I think so. Unless there's more coming, which is possible. There do seem to be a lot of them, tragically.
Disable the fence, quick! We're not getting away with this!
No.
Disable the fence, I have to get out!
Okay.
Freedom.
Hey, come back here. Come back here. I want to talk. I want to talk! Just want to talk to you. Now, you coming over here then? And that thing is loud and warbly. There's Nilj.
Just in time. Would have given us another day at most. No thanks for Rana's jabs.
If the cat can't handle being called mildly insulting things, that's on them, not me.
You see what I mean? We owe you. How'd you find us anyway?
Your nephew Skiat was trying to get you rescued.
Good boy. He's got potential, Nilj.
So you've said before. The Resistance needs to be debriefed. We'll head back to base as soon as possible.
What about the data drive? We have to deliver it to Buxel so she can start the analysis.
Interesting. It seems we have to depend on our rescuer for more than a rescue. Can you deliver this drive to Tetchix? If we work together, no time will be wasted.
What's in the drive?
The Ket code we stole while trying to infiltrate their command center.
Ooh, cool.
The Ket never realized how much we downloaded off their network.
I'll go there as soon as I can.
Perfect. Buxel will be in her workshop. I hope we meet again. Under better circumstances.
Okay. Excellent. All right. Interference source. This is Tachix, right? No, it's not. Where's Tachix? Huh. Oh, this... I don't know where Tachix is. Whatever. I'll find it eventually. Basically, my plan is to go here, go pick up the Remtech for PB, scooch south, and see if I can do at least open the vault tonight. See if I have time to get. I'm not gonna have time to do the whole vault. I don't think, because that's quite time
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
time intensive. But I might have time to go through the monoliths and unlock the vault.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is stable.
There's some kind of creature noise. Vaguely disturbing.
Jal, I want you to know, Asari don't reproduce like the Ket.
No.
The person we mate with is unchanged, and a brand new being is created from the experience.
But the resulting being is always Asari. I didn't mean to suggest anything terrible.
Asari have more in common with the Angara than the Ket.
Of course. I've hurt your feelings. I'm sorry.
Sweep, and that's it. Okay. Okay. Nothing else here? Sort of a random poke through of Remtech. Alright, fine. On we go. Icy.
Got the signal. This way.
Did your people have plans to settle here? You seem easily affected by the cold.
This is the source of that interference? Looks like a meteorite.
The interference is caused by the EM radiation it's emitting. I detect that...
Detect later! Angry Adi headed for us!
Excellently done!
The signal emitted by that meteorite might be drawing the Ardi, as well as driving them into a frenzy.
How do we shut it off?
Perhaps the scan will tell us more, Pathfinder.
Okay, strange energy. Remainder of a metallic meteor. Okay, fine. So, what do I do with it? Can I blow it up? I'd like to blow it up. Can I blow it up? Oh, okay. No, I can just dampen it.
Watch out! Those Adi seem really mad.
Can you take care of that for me?
I don't normally act like this.
Nope. Okay.
The antidote to the source of the signal, perhaps something about the frequency, causes agitation in the beasts.
There we go. Got it.
No two are exactly alike. Some of them are quite beautiful and quite dangerous.
I suggest we return it to the Nexus for analysis. We could learn more about the Scourge.
Cool. Yeah, why not?
True. Disrupting comms, driving wildlife into a frenzy. There's too much here to ignore. We need to study it. Hopefully, the Hajara scientists won't have any more trouble with their comms.
Okay. Well, we took care of all those Adi. I made very good use of Singularity there. I'm almost out of life support, though. Oh, what's this? Point of interest, huh? Oh, I see. Yeah. Man, yeah, I really need some life support pretty badly. Hear the shivering? Poor Scott. He's so cold. He's so cold. Poor little dude. Alright, that one.
My sensors are detecting Ket technology, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. Let them be for right now.
You're so alive, PB. More than the others of your species I've met.
I think you're fascinating. Angara are so open with their feelings.
This is a little uncomfortable. And humans, as we can see, are not.
I mean, it depends on the human, doesn't it? Some humans are weirdly open with their feelings. Some humans don't have feelings.
These are the
His
ruins
feelings are gay.
Time to scrounge for tech.
I'll take that.
Think that's it? Okay, let's solve this thing.
All right. It's Remdoku time. Oh, it's a simplish one. No. No. Okay, this one we know is that one. And then making this one this. That. Okay, cool. And that makes this one that, and this one that, and this one that, this one that, yeah, that, yeah. Cool.
one, Ryder.
Is this what you need for your project, PB?
Looks like it.
Ow!
Very cool little piece of REM tech.
Rem tech?
Yeah. Shortcut I made up. REM is short for remnant, and...
I comprehend.
Anytime we come across ruins like this, let's scrounge what we can.
I mean, yeah, it is kind of obvious what she's talking about, but... an Angaran relic, huh? Well, we're right here.
Appreciate it. Come see me on the ship. I'll give you an update on the project.
An Asari told me she'd been a dancer in the afterlife. Does your species also believe in reincarnation?
No. Afterlife was a shithole bar. If she survived that to come here, she probably does feel reborn.
Okay, so I'm not going to try and get into that. That's a mess. I'll play with that later. Alright, I'm going to try and get to the vault. Not the vault, but... Actually, wait. No, I'm going to go to... Whatever this is. I think... Oh, that's the Glory Seekers. I see it. Okay. I was thinking that was Tachix, but it's not. It's partway to the vault.
They've probably gotten word that we're coming. I don't think they'll shoot.
There's a door up ahead.
Cold, dark, I couldn't stand it.
Activating automated.
That's Tachix, according to my map.
Oh, it is Tachix.
We
Okay.
should speak to Buxel about her brother as soon as possible.
Okay, so I
Can you help me with something? There's a wraith cloaked near you. I lost its movement. Will you scan for it and let me know where it's hiding?
Yeah. Go check out that wraith, huh? Go do that real quick.
I'm reading.
Yeah, so I keep hearing Erica uproariously laugh in the next room.
Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable
I've mentioned that
parameters.
while I have been
Life support is
off stream
back
at least
online.
getting into Hogwarts Legacy, she's been getting into that Space Dwarves game where there are dwarves and they're in space and they're mining and stuff. You know, I am a dwarf and I digging a hole, diggy hole, diggy hole, that whole sort of thing. In space. Something galactic. Something with a rocket. Something with a rock in the title. I don't know. But from what my entire Discord server seems to say, and from the just wacky laughter I'm hearing from Erica on the regular, I take it it's pretty cool. Deep Rock Galactic, I think. Hi there.
Got it. Over here.
You gonna shoot it? Yeah, you shot it.
Impressive shot.
Good job.
Been tracking that thing all day. Thanks for the help.
All right.
Do I get to meet the mystery sniper?
Only right. Come find me.
Okay, we'll do that. Anyway, yes, it's I think it's called Deep Rock Galactic, right? Apparently it's good. I hear it's good. Dwarves in space. Which, if you listen to the wrong people, you might think that's anti-Semitic, I suppose. Either that or a Mel Brooks reference.
There you are.
Nice shot back there.
Thanks. My father taught me as soon as I was old enough to hold a gun.
Life must be harsh out here. He taught you well.
He's always prepared. Made sure I could shoot, hunt, and make a camp.
Do the Ket come around here a lot?
Only some. Resistance patrols keep most from getting through. I pick off the stragglers. Usually wraiths like the one you helped me with.
You ever miss one?
Miss? Never.
Nice.
Stay safe out here.
See you around.
The ice drills in Hijara worry me. It's right over Yuvara route.
Are you here to observe the Yavara?
What are the Yavara?
Is that what I'm hearing?
Walk onto the frozen lake and you'll see them beneath the ice.
Cool.
They've lived on Voeld for millennia.
Cool.
Stories about the Yavara are the only Angaran folktales that survive the Scourge. They're beautiful, intelligent creatures, our closest tie to our past.
And now your people will poach them right out of existence.
I haven't heard any reports of the Initiative hunting on Voeld.
Not the Initiative. Outlaws. They've killed 24 in the months since they've landed.
We have no resources to track these poachers, and the resistance is spread too thin.
At this rate,
like,
our only link to our history will disappear forever.
deep sheets of ice?
The Yavara are vital to Angaran culture. We need to stop these hunters.
We'll do whatever we can to help.
We should hurry.
I mean, there's... First of all, you know, allies and all that, but then also I'll say, it is kind of our outlaws excuse me, who are doing this, and so it's to some degree it is our responsibility to try and clean up our mess, you know.
Tell me more about the Yavara.
They're amazing creatures, able to communicate through intricate songs. Long ago, we could have heard the songs in person, but the Scourge trapped the Yavara beneath the ice. Now
Maybe
we
not
have
for
to
long.
settle for static-filled recordings.
How do they survive under the ice?
No one knows. We've dedicated our lives to studying them, and we still can't find the answer. They're cut off from food and oxygen, yet they still persist. My colleague here has a theory they may be remnant.
We have no way of confirming this, of course.
How would you not be able to confirm that? You don't have scanners that can go through the ice? You don't have submersibles with scanners?
You said you have folk tales about the Yavara.
Somehow, Yavara stories are the only ones that survive the Scourge. Most of them have the same theme. A Yavara's song is so beautiful, it can coax the sun out of hiding, reveal the stars.
Just stories, of course, but when your entire history is lost, stories are precious.
I see why the Yavara are important to you.
To all Angara, they're a symbol of what the Scourge took from us.
We can't lose them.
All right.
I'll leave you to your work.
I'll see what I can do.
Ishare.
I'm going to see what is here in Techix. I don't know how much more I'm going to have time for tonight. It is already 11:30. I might have to do the vault next time. Which, gosh, I did not get a ton done on Voelds tonight. Is that right? I mean, that's okay. I mean, we're going through, and this is a long game. If you're trying to go anything close to 100%.
Radiant didn't even pay me a courtesy visit? I'm sorry.
Are you Buxel? I have something for you.
From my brother who can't stop being a hero? Yes. Anyik told me to expect you. My son Skjord said he'd sent people after Nilge. I thought more lives lost. Nice to see I was wrong. Thanks for getting him out. Losing him would have set our efforts back months.
Losing family is hard. I'm glad I could spare you that pain.
Thank you. They talked about your abilities, but no one said anything about your kindness.
Oh.
Now, let's see what we have here. Stars and skies.
Spider.
This is a layout of the Ket Command Center. Entrances, exits, security. We'll be able to cripple their operations. Wait, there's something else here. Oh, that's not good.
What?
The base entrances are shielded and locked with a code which changes, often. Metadata tells me they downloaded this weeks ago. The code is about to change again. If an attack is going to happen, it needs to happen now.
Let me help. Tell me what to do.
The code to disable the security shields is encrypted, but I'll keep working on it. I've sent you the map and a nav point for a side entrance that won't have as many guards. Go quickly. We'll be in touch.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that next time. We definitely don't have time to do that this time. That's gonna take, that is quite the mission. It's quite the long mission, from what I recall.
You punch like a half-dead cat.
Pathfinder Rider, it is wonderful to finally meet you in person. I'm Ari Vestchik, scholar and chronicler. I've followed your activity with great interest.
Chronicler? Like a historian?
Quite so. Denied memory of the past or hope for the future, we become dust in a void.
That's a wonderful sentiment.
My grandmother's words. She set me on this path. It is my life's work to document the events that shape our world. The arrival of visitors from beyond the galaxy is a significant development, of course.
Is there anything we can do to help your work?
I have always been curious about how the Ket invasion began. They must have records of first contact, and we have none of our own.
Where would you get that information?
The Ket are a military people. They must have logs. And perhaps they can be accessed from their base on Voeld. Approaching it would be foolhardy. Still, if you find yourself there, please see what you can find.
Okay, I will.
Why don't the Angara have records of first contact with the Ket?
Those who were there cannot tell their tales. Dead, enslaved, or exalted. There are stories, rumors. No one knows for sure what happened.
I'll leave you to your work.
Of course. I hope to speak to you in less frantic times. I would love to hear about your people.
Okay.
You again. I told you not to come back here. Likely story.
Resistance Eska. Due to the horrific attack on Erosk, I'm instructing all DAR leaders to be prepared to accept refugees. Oh, please let Mariv know to make the survivors his top priority. They've seen the loss of their homes, their families. The least we can do is give them a safe space. I'll send a supply donation from Aya to help with your extra costs. Thank you for your kindness and cooperation. I dreamed last night that the cat took you from me. It's been the same thing every night since you left. Nightmares are all my mind can give me. I'm not sure how much longer I can do this. Even in a paradise like Aya, I stay awake at night worried for you. I know you wanted to stay and complete your work, but is it really worth the danger? You can work here with me. Just come back to me, please. Au revoir, Mama. Nishia says I shouldn't bother you, but I'm sneaking a message to you in case you forgot about me. Is it very cold there? I'm happy it's warm here in the city. Did you get my drawing? Nishia says you keep people safe in Techix. So I imagined you as a hero with a cloak made of stars. I miss you so much. I hope you come back soon. Bring me a present. I love you. Oh.
Oh, my back's killing me.
No one's being cheated. How dare you accuse me in the street? You're a coward. Courts will decide, then you'll be run out of town.
You're the human who came from Aya. Is it still beautiful there?
Mm-hmm.
The most beautiful world I've seen in the cluster, by a long shot.
I miss it terribly. I was born there. Spent my childhood in warm air and sunlight. I'll never forget how that felt.
What do you sell?
I trade with those who have things they don't need anymore, but who need things I have. Small comforts, nothing of value to you.
That's really vague.
What's a small comfort on Voeld?
Clothing, tools, art, toys, anything to remind them of happier times. Things they can hold in the dark.
What do you mean, people with things they don't need?
Refugees carrying whatever they grabbed as they fled. The lighter their load, the easier their journey. I pay well.
Thanks for talking with me.
Thank you for reminding me of Aya.
utility items, merchant sells many goods designed primarily with escapism or entertainment in mind. You should a 9. Damn. Okay.
How are you finding the bunk?
It's a bed. Better than sleeping in the ice in the dark.
It is dark out there, isn't it? It's a good thing Marifa's sun lamp's
Heated
here.
bed. Nice. Hygienic and skincare toiletries, vitamin supplements. Hey guys! Don't go kill yourselves, please. Yes.
How many cat did you kill? I hope they screamed.
Yes.
Don't know, wasn't counting.
Wow, that many? Hey, Kolth, this alien's my hero.
All right, that's enough. I know they call you Pathfinder. What do you need from us?
Your priestess, Roshwar Lin, told me about you. I was just curious.
Roshwar Lin is a blind old woman. She cowers with her blessings while the Ket consume everything.
She said you were throwing away your lives.
Nothing is thrown away. It's not suicide. We train as hard as anyone in the Resistance. But when you don't fear dying, that's when there's everything to gain and nothing to lose.
I can't wait for my turn. But all our blood still runs too hot. Tej is our hope now.
Tej is going to take down a Ket station. We should hear the news soon.
And what if he fails his mission?
If he dies fighting Ket, there is no failure. But if he returns with nothing accomplished, we'll know he was cowardly. Cowardly heart isn't worthy of blessed rebirth.
So where's this Ket station?
You shouldn't interfere, Pathfinder.
It's okay, Venge. As long as Ket die, it doesn't matter who's killing them. Here's the nav point. It was interesting meeting you, Pathfinder. Skies be bright for you.
I wonder if... I can kind of help to reform their faulty views in the process of helping their damned idealistic crusade.
A human? All the way out here? You must have guts. If anyone can help my people, it's you.
I hope so.
Help with what?
The Ket destroyed a Dar not far from here. Retaliation after the Resistance pushed them out. The people were either killed or driven off. They left everything behind.
Do your people have somewhere to stay?
They're taken care of. But now we have a new problem. I'm a historian. That Dar was home to a priceless Angaran artifact. A map of ancient Voeld. I sent 2 of my colleagues to retrieve it, but they run into trouble out there. The Ket came back to finish the job. I need someone to help my people fight their way out.
Don't worry. I'll dig them out of trouble.
You're a lifesaver. I'll give you the nav point for the Dar. Please, hurry.
Okay, there's a lot to do here. All right. What's up? Both of those are up on that cliff. Medical caches, memory trigger, mining zone, cat shield, scanner anomaly, poachers, or to light, medical caches, Eroska ruins, then Tej. 15 minutes? Yeah, that's enough to do this. Let's go and do this. We might hit that medical trigger, that memory trigger on the way. We'll see.
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
We'll see if we go past that memory trigger on our way. It is possible. It's a little bit ironic that,
are within acceptable limits.
These various Dara are not
Life
on
support is stable.
solid rock, which is what it literally means, like literally translated to solid rock or whatever. It's a little bit ironic that it means that it's a settlement built on some kind of like solid foundation, and all of these are on ice sheets. I don't know, that's funny to me.
Peepee, when Asari exclaim, "Goddess," who are they talking about?
Me. Obviously.
What's this?
Approaching a resistance emergency medical cache, Pathfinder.
1 down, 2 to go.
What is that? Oh, of course.
They probably expected someone injured or dying.
Despicable.
Trigger, the eidetic trigger, is around here somewhere. There it is, I see it.
Sam, another memory prompt?
One of your father's memories is now accessible.
Oh,
return to
next
sound
time.
mode on the Hyperion to investigate further.
Next time.
These relays are carrying power a long way. That looks like Ket tech.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Pathfinder,
bypass it
this
for right
area
now.
has been altered by Remnant. There may be something of use.
That too. Not yet.
What happened here?
At risk. I hear gunfire. Better go. Turians. What?
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. Life support restored.
Here they come!
Okay. We do. Who are you and why are you here?
You okay?
Look, I don't know what Roic said to make you help us, but he lied.
Astra, don't!
Shut up!
What?
Roic is a smuggler from Kadara. We all are. Flew here when we heard the Ket were picking off villages.
I see.
He wants to sell the ancient Voeld map to the highest bidder. It's worth a fortune.
Of all the slimy ways to make a few credits.
You steal from my people after they lose everything?
I changed my mind, didn't I?
So why tell me this?
When I got here, when I saw what the kid did to this place, these people are dealing with enough. They don't need looters taking what little they have left. I want you to take the map to the Resistance where it will do some good.
What about Roek?
He's not a bad guy, just has bad ideas. When we tell him about this place,
Just mean
he'll
the
see
same
reason.
thing.
Don't be too hard on him, okay? Just take the map to the Resistance.
Alright, fine. You handle
A
it.
guy like that isn't worth my time. I'll make sure this map gets into the right hands.
Good. Clears my conscience. Thank you.
Okay. I might confront Roek if I come back that way.
Go ahead and take it.
If I go that way, I will, I suppose, but... Oh, hey. Alright, what else we got here? Oh, didn't need that armor piece. I guess I'll sell it at some point. That's fine. Okay. Now what? Another medical cache. And the Glory Seeker. I need to get back to my car though, very badly, very desperately. This cold? Yeah, I can't just be wandering around on foot.
I'm detecting below normal temperatures.
Yep. Does that say minus 43 Celsius? That's very cold. That's level 1? Wow, that's kind of ridiculous. Oh. Ah! Stuck. Wait, is this where I just was, or no? Guess not. There.
I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder.
Yada.
It's your right.
She has lost a lot of blood.
Aroshenav, sister. Help is here.
I couldn't stop the bleeding. The supply crate was empty.
We brought the supplies.
Leave them in the cache and I can help myself. You need to get supplies to the other locations. There may be others like me, in dire need.
Okay.
If you're all right, I'll get going.
Go. Go. Thank you. And Ansala Venjuri. Whoever you are.
Ryder.
Ryder. I'll remember that. I hope to see you again, Ryder.
There you go.
That's 2 of them.
I'm detecting below normal
Oh my god.
temperatures.
Yeah, it's minus 41 degrees Celsius. That is insane. That is absurdly cold.
Automated protocols activated.
Okay.
Deploying forward station.
That's all taken care of. Good. I just went slightly the wrong way and didn't deploy it last time I went through.
Mining zones have been added to your nav system, Pathfinder. Approaching the Glory Seeker nav point, the Ket station is close.
Hey, buddy.
I
Edge.
can't do this. Taking this station is impossible.
Of course it is.
Whoa! Didn't see you there.
I just almost ran you over, dude.
I'm
Come on.
How did you find me? Wait. Hulf and the others, right? Stars. Don't tell them you found me like this. I wasn't expecting all this security any longer. I sit here the more I doubt everything.
I mean, you should be
just
doubting.
Being rational, seeing the reality of what you're doing here.
Doubt and a shrinking heart prevents a blessed rebirth. And you won't remember your life before. And if you forget, you're just like everyone else. And it would have been better not to die at all.
Such a revelation.
See, the more I think, the worse the thoughts get.
I've got some experience with Ket. I can help with this, if that would help.
Would you? I think with all of us, we might actually take down this station.
Yeah.
Live or die. I wouldn't leave here a failure.
Wait. Don't just go by yourself, please. Okay. Where is he? That it? Taken care of? I really should not have jumped in here. That was probably unwise, but I did it anyway. Almost out of time. Let me finish this up. Let's find Tej.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Life support is back online.
He didn't do a lot, but I guess he helped. He gave supporting fire, which is something, I guess.
Still alive.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm glad. Living and learning is a good way to grow stronger too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never met anyone who had a blessed rebirth. And what if it's not real? Stars. If my friends heard this talk, they'd turn their backs. Venture especially.
Good.
Oh, I'm almost afraid to go back.
I can't tell you what to do, but maybe Roshwar Lynn can help.
I always liked Roshwar. And you're right, she'll know how to handle my friends. Whether it means we talk to them or I stop listening to them.
Either, both, whatever.
We grew up together.
Sometimes you grow apart.
Yes. Maybe. Thanks, Pathfinder. At least we kicked those Kets on their behinds, right?
That's not how the expression goes, but yeah. Okay, So what I'm going to do is search around this area first really quick, and then as I'm wrapping up, I'm going to go back to the Tempest, and that's where we're going to start for next time. That way I can do my AVP and my crafting and yada yada yada, all that boring stuff. Anyway, I'll do that off stream. Anyway, that's all we basically have time for tonight. So, thank you all so much for joining me. I've had a wonderful time. I hope you did as well. If you, as I always say, if you like what I'm doing and want to see me keep doing it, want to help me out, feel free. Always feel free to donate down at ko-fi.com/Professor McCoy. I always appreciate anything that you can. Absolutely anything you can.
Baby said she wanted to talk to you.
Oh, okay. Anything you can will help contribute to me continuing to do what I love and what you hopefully love watching me do as well. Coming up, I am also planning on recording my class tomorrow and possibly Thursday as well. And so tomorrow, we're talking about the is-ought pseudo-problem, or the fact-value distinction that this ridiculous error that David Hume made that has infected all of philosophy ever since, and we're going to be talking a lot about why it's utter nonsense. So that should be fun. That should be coming out Wednesday-ish, hopefully, depending on how quickly I can get the thing edited. I'll be aiming to have the recording up Wednesday, again, assuming I have time to edit Tuesday and assuming that the technology all cooperates. Otherwise, though, I will definitely still see you all on Wednesday night for my Kingdom Come Deliverance stream. And once again, that should be about 9 p.m. Hopefully, I won't be late again, but we'll see. So that should be Wednesday night, and then back right here again next Monday for more Mass Effect Andromeda. We're going to finish the Vault stuff on Voeld and then wander off some more loose ends, tying things up, finishing some things that we started, because my god, have we started a lot of things, before we move on with the main plot. Anyway, thank you all one more time for joining me tonight. I had a great time. I hope you did too. And remember, don't be safe, be well, and more importantly, be good. Good night, everyone.